Hello YouTube, iFixItAll here, Team iFixItAll. One last thing to recap on. I believe I have confirmed that on my first review, questioning the oiler, the strainer in here and its orientation. Excuse me. Let me see if I can make this screen a little smaller. There we go. I'm about right, I'd say just below halfway of a tank. Something did not add up with me. I just now wrapped up a video showing the battery charging. We're on 2 lights right now. It's about crap, those fluorescent lights. Hopefully y'all can see that. So I put it on charge at 6:15. I should be hitting 3 lights here in another 5 or so minutes. But I cut up a lot of that tree with a full tank of oil. And today I put the battery in because I says, okay, I got a half a tank. I think I just cut those 10 rounds up. Let me pause it for a minute and I'll explain. Okay, I'm back. I believe I just cut these 10 rounds up. Remember, well, you have to go to the very first review video where I noticed this oiler being in the vertical position. That saw is based on that oiler is based on the premise that you have to have your saw sideways all the time. With the saw in its position where it's probably going to experience the longest duration of cutting, the oiler is oriented the wrong way. Meaning it appeared to me like once the tank gets to be about half full, unless the only way you can get oil to the bar is if you happen to need to turn your saw sideways. Well, in these last 10 rounds that I cut, I did have to periodically turn my saw sideways. But what I noticed was when I came out today to finish out this tree, I had a little over a half a tank. Well, now I've got a hair below half a tank of oil. I didn't have a lot of de-limbing to do because pine trees tend to not have a lot of limbs really low. And this is only like maybe 13, 14, well, it's a 15, 16-inch log at the butt right there. But I spent a lot of time in the vertical, god dang it, what do you want to call it for saws? Y'all know what I mean. I'm chopping the log. The de-limbing, I was reaching around periodically, but there weren't a lot here. There wasn't a lot to do. And I didn't use a lot of bar oil. I'm still just a hair under half a tank. The problem with the whole idea of just a hair under half a tank is with a full tank, I did all that work and de-limbed all that and got up to this point here. Yeah, right there. That last round, you can see the end of it. On like a half a tank of oil. So, and my son came out this morning and took a look at the saw for some reason. And he said something that kind of struck me. He said, "Why is the bar rusting?" You know, I used it yesterday for the first time for real. I mean, we did cut down another tree back there. It's a big oak with just the chainsaw. We cut down the oak and got a few logs out of it. Matter of fact, I'll take you to that right now. All right, I'm back. So we cut this tree down right here. It's a small tree, dropped it, and it travels through the woods there. We cut it down and got, I think, 5 logs out of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I said 1, 2, 3, 4, and ran all our marks down it so that when we pull the logs out, we're already marked for firewood length. But the thing is, with this saw, I think I need to call tech support. I don't think it's oiling in the upright, in the normal cutting position when you're on the real wood. So, with that being said, I don't know what they're going to do about that. Because now I know I'm not oiling properly. I saw this at the very beginning. I should have known. But anyway, they say knee high by the 4th of July. We are there. See ya.